At the end of the most recent episode, the one where we delivered the non-league double with Chippenham Town, we were going to move on to the next club within half-star to 5-star. That was Altrincham, but unfortunately I saved the game after I accepted the job at Birmingham. There's no way I can go back to change that. So we're going to just jump straight to Birmingham then. So Birmingham was where we found an amazing tactic. The Poacher's Delight is what we called it, that 4-3-3. It was amazing. We found a striker as well that can get buckets load of goals. He's the club legend, that is Robbie Blackburn. So it's going to be interesting to see how well we can do here. When we left Birmingham to join Napoli, the club was on the brink of administration and we just lost the playoff final to West Brom to get to the Premier League. And I think had we got to the Premier League, that would have solved a lot of the financial issues here. So what we're going to do is one more year here. Can we fight off administration? Can we keep the squad together? Can we get Birmingham to the Premier League? Fingers crossed. Let's go and do this. Hiya folks, and welcome in to revisiting Birmingham from the half-star to 5-star save. We are jumping in right after the the West Brom game here. Normally we jump in where we're just about to leave the club. We were going to leave the club for Napoli, as we said in the intro, but my thought process on this one, if I remember rightly, was the club was going to go into administration and I wanted to see how far we could go into administration, what actually happens with the club should you go into it. I've not got round to making that video, so maybe it could happen during this here. So it'd be interesting to see what does unfold for the club then. You've seen the tactic during the intro. I know it was the short, but I mean, if you guys have been watching half-star to 5-star, you know the tactic we use. It is this one here. It is unbelievable in my opinion. The amount of goals you can get, your poacher, your striker, the inside forwards get goals. Mazzala on the attack, getting into the box late and getting goals as well. It just creates a wonderful atmosphere around the club and gets you places where you need to go. With Birmingham, we won League 2, League 1, got them up to the Championship. In the first year in the Championship, we finished third. As I said, we lost to West Brom. On the playoff final, they beat us 3-0 there. So, the aim is really to see what we can do with the club finances. This is all going to go. It happened when we were building up to Napoli taking us on. The transfer budget went, the wage budget went down as well. I think that went down to about 200k if I remember rightly. We couldn't offer any contracts, we couldn't sign any players either because it was just a mess, an absolute mess. In terms of the squad planner then, we've got a good goalkeeper, we've got a good defence if I'm totally honest. We don't really need to improve anywhere there. We've got Steven Sessegnon out at right back. We do need some right backs in though, he's the only one who can play there, so we are going to have to look at free loans if we can look for players there. In terms of a defensive midfield, I think we're okay with the 3 we've got there. In the centre of midfield, I think we need a body in there. Bowers is leaving us, going back to Man City. Tariq Vladic, never played that many games for us, so he's going back to his club. And then out on the left, we have Tyrese John Jules, getting us loads of goals there. Anderson Dembele is leaving us. He's going for, I think it's 3 million to Bolton. Simon Neal's out there, but we have put him on the transfer list. Out on the right, it's the same sort of names we've got out there, with Christian Volpato. And up front, we have Blackburn, John Jules. We do have another player out there in Inaki Lafluente. Can play up front. He can also play in the Mazzala on the attack. Can also play out on that right wing, but he's very, very awkward out there. So he's a talent that we are looking at. We're paying a lot of money for him as well. 14.75k a week. So that's where a lot of the money is sort of going for the wages. So then, the plan will be to see what we can do for this summer. As I said, I don't think we're going to be bringing many players in. We don't have the finances for that. And I just want to keep the squad together, basically. Keep as much of this together as we can do. What have we got? We haven't got much in the development centre anyway. Volta Ramos probably could come up as a backup goalkeeper if we were to move any of the other ones on. But yeah, there's really no one down there. Daniel Njai, again, not good enough. So it's going to be difficult, very, very difficult for us to hopefully deliver the goal of getting to the Premier League, because that's what I'm setting us. We finished third, we lost the playoff final. I want to win the league with this one, so that's going to be where we're looking at. I'm looking at the loans, we've got 38 players. Is it 38 you said there? 32, sorry. 32 players out on loan or part of the loan side of things. And some of these guys probably could come into the first team. I mean, Barry Spencer's a good player. Who else can I remember? Fogroles, another player who can play it right back. Goodwin, another centre back, can come in. Dunlop was good. Russ out on the left and the right. So there are players there. Whether or not they're going to be good enough for the first team is a different story, but we will have a look at that when things happen. I mean, Lorenzo Guidi was a good player as well. We took him to Napoli with us, and he did some good things there. Some wonderful things there. So hopefully we can get the most out of him. So we'll join you again when we have any news involving transfers or budgets or anything like that, and see where we can go. And there is a confirmation on the budgets, and we have 110k in wages and 0 in the transfer fund because of the financial issues we got with the club. That puts us at the moment nearly 100k over the wage budget, and then when it comes to committed we are 40k over there. So the board is going to ask us to trim that down somehow. I don't really see where we can do it unless we sell. I mean, looking at the wages of the club, of the players, when Bowers leaves, that's going to be off the wage budget, isn't it? So yeah, I can't see where we're going to be cutting any money from this squad unless we sell some of the. I mean, if we sell Garrett, those 10k. We'll see what we can do. I think we have to do the loan deals. I think we need to do free loans and get players off the books on loans that way and then move them on. But I mean, that's for future Russ to try and solve, really. Yeah, let's come back once we know more. We have ticked over into the new season then. We are predicted to finish, media-wise, down in 15th at the moment. I think that's about where we probably would finish if we do lose a lot of the key players in the squad. I don't think we will finish. I think we'll finish higher up the table, if I'm totally honest. I'm aiming for promotion, playoff at the worst. In terms of the best players in the league, then it is flooded with Southampton players, Leeds players, and Cardiff players, I think, by the looks of things. Is that a Cardiff player? Yes, there's one Cardiff player. The rest are from Leeds and Southampton. Our best player that is actually on the books is Volpato. We'll ignore Bowers because Bowers is going back to Man City in about a week's time, in game in a week's time. So Volpato is our best player. We've also got, looks like nobody else in the key player section. So as good as Robbie Blackburn is, he's not considered the best striker in the league. So we need to make sure he is going to be there. We need to make sure he's going to be getting loads of goals. We're just trying to arrange loads of contracts for our staff. Because of the financial situation, we can't offer them what they want. So a lot of them are going. So it is going to be pretty difficult for us to train the players how we want to train them. So once we've sorted out that mess, this financial pit that we're in, I know we're in the black at the moment, but that is slowly going to go. We've managed to move the scouting budget into the transfer budget, and then move the transfer budget into the wages. So it's not as bad as it once was. It's still pretty poor though, so we're still working with that one. Maybe some players are going to leave us. Garrett has he rejected that contract? It looks like he has. Garrett was going to go to Millwall for 2 million. He's rejected that one. Mitchell was going to go out on loan as well. He had an offer in from a Scottish club to go out on loan for the season with an option to buy him, and they were going to pay all of his wages as well. So had that transfer gone through, that would have been great. So it would have been wages off the wage bill and money in the coffers, but it's not to be at the moment. So we just need to keep plugging on and see what we can do. It is the 26th of July, and as you can tell by the lack of updates, not a lot has happened really. We have brought in a couple of players. They have been on loan, so let's have a look at them to start with then. So we've brought in Paul Clark from Hearts. He is a right back, can also play centre back and defensive midfielder. We just needed cover there. We only had Fogroles and Sessegnon that can play there, so we needed the body there. Another player coming in from the SBL, we brought in Jorge Barrios from Celtic. Can play up in that left attacking position. It's another area where I thought we were very weak, so bringing this guy in just gives us a little bit of support out there. In terms of players out then, we've managed to bring in £11.75 million from transfers. We have sold on Mitchell Roberts, Kendall Troy has gone, or Tory. Charlie Rossiter has gone as well. That's the most money we brought in for a player at £7.75 million going to Fulham. Raisavi's gone to Prague, and the rest of the players have gone out on loan, except for Boyce Clark, who's gone to Middlesbrough for 52k. All in all, then, that leaves us with £8 million in the bank, and we are under the wage budget now by £1,000. Any transfer money that's come in, we shifted that straight into the wage budget just to keep us in the black there, and keep us in the black at the moment for our overall balance. In terms of loans and debts, then we are still £47 million in debt there. Projection is £60 million by the end of the 31-32 season. So at the end of this season we'll be £15 million in debt. So I think administration is going to be knocking on our door. There isn't any other transfer business that is going to be going on. I think I'm happy with the squad I've got at the moment. There's a lot of young players in there as well. I mean, between 20 and 23, there's quite a few of the guys there. So this is the squad we're going to be going with. It's still quite a while until our first game of the season. It's the 11th of August, where we'll be playing Cardiff at their ground. We're just going to get through the remaining fixtures, and we got Bristol City in a cup game. It's a friendly cup, and then we had the final, or the third or fourth place, and then we got Sheffield Wednesday, and that will be it for friendly wise. At the moment we are 3 for 3, so I'm happy with the progress we're making. Fingers crossed it can stay like this and no one else is going to leave us. We have managed to keep bids away from Blackburn as well. Norwich come in with a offer of £25 million. We managed to keep them away. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay with us. So fingers crossed we can keep it that way. This is a resolve tester then. £35 million can rise to £38.5 million for Robbie Blackburn. We don't have another striker that can come in. I mean, I know we can invest that money in trying to buy someone, but we know Robbie Blackburn can get those goals. The other option we do have to go up front is Tyrese John Jules. I mean, he's more suited to play out on that left-hand side than he is as the poacher up front. So I'm going to reject this one. As you can see here, he's not interested in speaking to Norwich. So we'll do that. We'll reject it. We'll keep him as long as we can. I'm going to reject this as well because we need players to play out on that right-hand side. What can we say to the media here? I think we'll say... yeah, we'll say that to them. Hopefully they'll stay away from Robbie Blackburn. Robbie Blackburn is going to stay a Birmingham player for as long as we can keep him. I like him. He's such a good player. How many goals has he scored in total for Birmingham in the league then? He scored 124. I don't know if that is Birmingham's all-time top goal scorer. I haven't really checked that, if I'm totally honest. Let's go to the records. Overview. Most goals. It's not saying on there. Oh no, sorry, it is there. It's Joe Bradford with 249. So we're about halfway for him there, aren't we, to try and break that record. So fingers crossed we can do that with Robbie Blackburn. Our pre-season is going quite well. We played Bristol City. I don't know if we played the cup match. If we have a look at the schedule. No, it looks like the cup game got cancelled. It was just a game against Bristol City then. And we're moving on for the Sheffield Wednesday match. And then we should be ready for the league. Or at least the start of the league. Here we go then, folks. Opening day of the new season then. We are away to Cardiff. Going to have a quick look at the season preview. They think 16th now. So we've dropped down one position. Volpato is the 4th best player in the league. But he can't get in past Neves or Ruiz on the left or the right hand side of that midfield. We also got Blackburn in the key players, and that is it by the looks of things. So can we go on and win our first game of the new season? I think we can. The squad is pretty much the same, isn't it, with a few little additions here and there, mainly on the loan deal side of things. So the team we're putting out there for the opening day of the season is Hogarth in goal, a back four of Bagan, Forrester, Holzman and Sessegnon, Galbraith at the base midfield, James and Giabi in front of him, Anderson on the left, Volpato on the right, Blackburn up front. We are hoping he can kick on from his 37 goals in the league last season. If he can do that, that'd be absolutely brilliant. We've got Lafluente on the bench as well if need be, so he can come in when we need to rest Blackburn. And Lafluente will probably play majority of the cup games, if I'm totally honest. I think that is the best option for him. First highlight is a free kick that's been put towards that back post for Cardiff. They've headed over the bar. I need to remember that we are in red. We are the away team, not the home team wearing the blue. Sessegnon with the corner then. in towards that back post. One of our players was underneath it, but just couldn't connect with the ball. Gabby picks up the ball, plays it into Holzman. It's towards Cardiff's third, I say. Sessegnon now with the ball. Galbraith, and he's been dispossessed, but luckily wins the ball back. I don't know what happened there. Sort of bounced off of his leg, and then he ran the opposite direction. But he's managed to keep hold of possession as we float the ball to that left-hand side where Anderson is. He drilled across him, but it was cleared. Galbraith into Bagan. We just need to get into the box, lads. Gabby. Something's going to happen here, isn't it? It's a long highlight. I think it's going to result in a goal, or at least an attempt towards goal. And here's Anderson. Can he put it across? He doesn't need to put it across. He puts it into the back of the net. Cardiff 0, Birmingham 1, 7 minutes on the clock. We've started the season off with a bang. Hopefully it can continue that way, and hopefully we don't concede a goal straight away as Cardiff put the ball at that right-hand side. They've got players in the box. We've not dealt with it, but the header is poor. It is over the bar. Hogarth, he was rooted to the spot, didn't move. Knew exactly where the header was going and starts the attack from the goal kick. Then it goes out to Bagan on that left-hand side. Bagan, he's a really good player for us at left-back. Not a sort of traditional player that I would normally sign to play there, but yeah, he's doing an absolute wonder job for us. Volpato tries to play it back to Sessegnon. I think the better option was to put it into the box. Volpato's got it back though and just slams at him with his left foot. Goalkeeper didn't stand a chance. 2-0, 10 minutes on the clock, and he's doing a little Irish jig there. The Italian doing the Irish dancing. What more could you want, eh? What a start. What an absolute brilliant start from us. It just goes to show that we didn't really need to bring a lot of players in. This squad's good, and what a poor throw-in. Although we've been dispossessed, we've not really dealt with the clearance there. That's poor. Dreadful and poor from us. 2-1. Cardiff have got one back not long after we've got our second goal in. And we've got it straight from the kickoff then. I don't like how slow this is. This is rather slow. Just knock it up, put it up a notch. Holzman feeds the ball into Volpato over that right hand side. Now Sessegnon runs it up. He's got acres of space to run into. Gets that byline, puts it into Volpato. Volpato into Anderson. His second, our third. Volpato and Anderson show today. 17 minutes on the clock, sorry. 4 goals in this match. If you are a neutral, this is absolutely wonderful football. And again, we're building up from the back. We're just relentless. We're not stopping. James with the ball. I thought he was going to lose the ball then. He's not. He's got out to that line and now he's lost it, but he's won it back and just gives the ball away sloppily. We're trying to get this ball. It was a poor header forward from Cardiff. Hogarth drops the ball, starts the attack win with Holzman. Gabby over to Volpato. He's got space and he just launches that forward and it's into Anderson with a shot from range just over the bar. We are, just attack. And we're on balanced mentality, not attacking mentality. This is wonderful stuff. Sessegnon gets the ball back to Hogarth then. If this is what it's going to be like all season, it's just going to be endless highlights for us. Volpato at that right-hand side. Blackburn hasn't had a sniff of the ball, and there's his first header. It's the first attempt towards goal that we've actually seen, and it is over the bar. He's been very quiet in this game. It has been the inside forwards that have been creating everything for us. Fingers crossed we can get a goal for him in this match. If not, then it's just going to be those wingers that are getting us the goals. I say the inside forwards. One's an inverted winger. Holzman with a free kick into Gabby. Building up from the back once again. We do this so well. Galbraith feeds it to Volpato. Volpato launches it into Blackburn, who's got space. He's in the box. Puts a cross in. It has been cleared, but he's got it back. Again, there's the cross, trying to find Anderson for his hat-trick. It's not coming for him just yet. Cardiff get the ball clear. Holzman into Gabby. We've given it back to him. Where's the space? Right-hand side. Volpato put it into the box. It's towards the edge of the box. Anderson. Bagan. Bagan's going on his own. He hits the post. It bundles around. It was like ping-pong. Pinball football. And the Cardiff goalkeeper gets his hands onto it eventually. I thought he went over the line. Obviously, he hasn't gone over the line because the goal hasn't been given. But it's 3-1 to us at half-time. Fully in control of this match. We just need to get Blackburn on the score sheet now, don't we, before we can take him off. No one's looking too tired. No one's really having that bad of a game. It is just Blackburn on that 6.6 rating. Maybe we shift up to the positive mentality for the second half just to see what happens. And again, it's another poor throw in from Cardiff. And we've got the ball on that right hand side with Volpato. Blackburn needs to get into position. He does, he's in the box. And there's his goal right at the start of this second half. Cardiff 1, Birmingham 4. Robbie Blackburn with the goal. Volpato with his second assist of the game. I'd just say it's game over now, isn't it? Volpato's getting man of the match for this one unless Blackburn's going to get a hat-trick or Anderson gets himself a hat-trick. It's just wonderful, wonderful football. Going on to that positive mentality worked quite well for Blackburn then. I think we need to make some substitutions then. Who is tiring? Bagan saying that he deserved his yellow card, but I don't have anyone who can play left back unless Sessegnon plays there. But then again, we don't have anyone who can play right back. So let's have a look at Finley Burns then. Let's bring him on for Forrester, and I think Lafluente comes on for Daryl James in the Mazzala. Lafluente can get goals from there. We know he's a wonderful player. Just Spanish flair in him absolutely everywhere. Sessegnon's got the ball into Volpato. Goes out to the right hand side, gives it back to Holzman. Where's the option for him then? It's Garbraith into Blackburn. And he hits the outside of the post. Falls nicely for Anderson though outside the box from the clearance from Cardiff, and they've tracked back, got the ball, and have ended the highlight there. We've got 10 minutes left to go. We need to make a couple more substitutions. Let's bring off Volpato then. Let's bring on John Jules for him there, and I want to bring Barrios on, but Anderson's on a hat-trick, so I don't really think we need to take him off there. Garrett could come on for Garbraith in the deep line playmaker role, and Strap can come on for Bagan. Let's do that. We won't take Anderson off for this game. We'll keep him on, see if we can get him his hat-trick. Volpato had a brilliant game, just tiring towards the end of it. Cardiff with the ball then. It's in our half. I don't want to concede another goal here. 4-1 is a good result for us. It's a vicious shot over the bar from Cardiff. Doesn't trouble Hogarth at all. Strap, oh, what have you done? What a save from Hogarth. He's offside anyway, but Strap just played ourselves into so much trouble then. Just wasn't needed. And the last attacking of the game then is a throw-in for us. Strap with the throw-in. I say it's the last attack because we are into 4 minutes of time added on. Anderson, yeah, he's trying to get his hat-trick there, wasn't he? Snatched it, and there goes the full-time whistle. 4-1 winners on the opening day of the season. Good game for Anderson. Good game for Volpato. Blackburn getting on the score sheet as well. Good win for us, lads. Volpato picking up man of the match as well. Brilliant. It's just what we wanted. And we're top of the table. Just what we wanted as well. So things are going absolutely amazing for us at the moment. I know it's only day one. We've kept administration away from us as well. That's all we can ask for then. You know we're top table, so there's no point of having a look at it there. Let's have a look at the schedule. I hate it when it does that. It doesn't show the months. There we go. Right. I think we come back for the South Coast trip. Bournemouth, Southampton. Then again, we've got Leeds in there as well. So, I'm going to say we go... Yeah, let's go for the South Coast trip. Let's go with Bournemouth and Southampton. They're both away games. That should be wonderful games for us and a wonderful test for how well we are actually doing. So, can we take Birmingham to the Premier League? We've proven that we can keep administration away and keep hold of our key players. We sold some of the lesser players really and got some good money for them. But it's all about getting to the Premier League now and keeping this squad strong, if I can keep my words in my mouth and keep my teeth in there. So, you're going to see Bournemouth and Southampton in the next episode.